State lawmakers promised it would bring property tax relief, and it did.
But now townships, cities, and counties across Indiana are paying the price because of it. New at 6, we're talking about the circuit breaker legislation passed in 2008 and 2010 in Indianapolis.
WSBT-22's Kelly Stopczynski is looking into how this impacts you. And Kelly, St. Joseph County alone losing tens of millions of dollars a year.
It's creating massive shortfalls, and we're really starting to feel it more and more, Rick. But local leaders say one of the biggest frustrations in all of this is getting you at home to understand what it all means and why you should care. Wondering if you know what the circuit breaker is.
Circuit breaker, yeah, that's in the control panel of electrical box.
The circuit breaker is that thing when the power goes out.
What about as it pertains to property taxes?
No, I don't know.
The circuit breaker is complicated, but nothing new, and something county and city leaders tried to predict and plan for the past 7 years, but couldn't. Starting with 2010 tax bills, property owners got a circuit breaker cap on property taxes. It ensures a property owner won't pay more than 1% of an assessed value on homestead properties, 2% of residential properties, agricultural land and long-term care facilities, and 3% of business and personal properties.
It's not going away, and we're just going to have to look at ways to be more efficient and downsize county government, really.
Deputy St. Joseph County Auditor Teresa Shooter says South Bend, Mishawaka, and St. Joseph County lost $28.5 million in property tax revenue in 2010. Now, 5 years later, it's nearly triple that. Almost $78 million.
At some point, something's going to give.
Both Shooter and South Bend Controller John Murphy say one of the biggest challenges of the circuit breaker is trying to keep government services at a level all of us expect, because one way cities and counties are fighting the circuit breaker impact is by layoffs through attrition and hiring freezes. But because of the lag effect, Shooter and other county and city leaders say the worst of it is still to come.
And the only thing that we're going to do to reduce the impact of the circuit breaker is have a growth in assessed value.
And you might remember county department heads had to shave 3% off their 2014 budgets and another 5% off their 2015 budgets. That was because of this circuit breaker law. South Bend, Mishawaka, and St. Joe County all now working toward approval for another study from an outside firm that would project circuit breaker impacts for the next 5 years. Another thought from some county and city leaders I heard just today is potentially raising other taxes to make up for the deficits, but no one will say which taxes those might be. I'm Kelly Stopczynski, WSBT 22 News.